Hi, I'm Leanne.
And I'm Rachel from Jimmy Bean's Wool.
And today we're talking about the Serenity Binge Mystery Crochet and Knit Along.
Yes.
Yes, there's a lot of words in there.
A lot of words.
This was our first crochet along, which I think went really well. Thank you, everybody that participated. And if you haven't done it yet, it's not too late necessarily. There's not any more events going, but you can always make the pattern.
Yeah, totally. And it was so cool to see both like knitting and crochet happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So
there were a lot of people.
It was really neat.
It was really cool. I learned the term bicraftual for the people that do both knit and crochet. And I was like, yes.
It's my goal to become bicraftual. Well, I guess I am because I do other things, but I don't know how to crochet yet. Someday.
Someday. So this is the finished project. This is the crochet version, which I designed. And so you can see it kind of... I'll back up here a little bit. So this is the finished shape before you put it on. And then, Monica, I don't know if you can zoom in, but you see these ladders right here. You can leave these ladders, or you can kind of weave them together, and it looks kind of like knitting up the center for like a spine. So that was kind of a fun design element. I had fun with it. I saw it on a cowl that Leslie did, and I was like, I must do this.
It looks really cool.
Yeah,
really cool.
So this can be worn, I like it in front, but you can also wear it in back. And then there's these ties right here that you can tie together. You can tie all the way down or leave them kind of apart, and then kind of just goes like that. So it's either way. I don't know. Does it?
Yeah,
on the back?
yeah, it looks great.
I was like,
yeah, I know, that looks good. That yarn was so perfect for crochet too, because it's not too heavy.
Yeah.
And it makes a nice, like, light, drapey fabric, so it looks really good for crochet.
Yeah. My thing with crochet is I always feel like as I'm crocheting, it always feels really stiff, but man, when we blocked this out, it was Monica, who's filming, made this one.
I don't know if we mentioned, it's Shepherd Sport. Lorna's Lace's Shepherd Sport is the yarn for the knit along and the crochet along.
Yeah, and the colorway is Serenity, which was inspired by one of like the posters, the Firefly kind of like poster things. So.
Our favorite show ever.
Yes. Yeah. So good.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, it looks really great. So I did a cowl also for the knit along version, and I've got it wrapped double around my neck here. This is how I prefer to wear cowls. I just like to have a lot of warmth and fabric up around my neck, and then I think they're perfect when you put a jacket on too for the winter. It's a little bit warm here for this right now, but you know, when it gets cold out, it'll be really nice. So, but if you're in a warm weather place, or you're not interested in having the fabric all up around your neck like that, you can always, you know, unloop it and just wear it as one long loop too. I think it looks really nice that way as well. And the way that I constructed mine, you can kind of see the seam. I don't know if you want to zoom in there. So there's a seam sewn right here, and it's knit on the bias, and then you seam this end together when you're done. And the neat thing about knitting on the bias is these little triangles kind of like fit perfectly into each other like that. There is another way you can do it, which is going to be kind of hard to show you since this one is already seamed, but you could take one of the pieces and kind of flip it and sew it around the other side so that the 2 points would come together. Which is kind of like, just to give you an idea, I don't know, Monica, if you can. Yeah.
It would be like this.
Yeah.
But with so you get the point instead of the straight.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the cool thing about the bias, is because you've got those pointy edges, you can sew them in different ways, and if you sew them with the points together like that, it makes more of a bandana style cowl. Personally, I felt like the regular loop was a little bit more wearable, so that's why I ended up sewing it this way. For me, because I'm kind of boring, so, you know, I like just a long loop. But the bandana style looks really cool too. And then the last thing I wanted to show you guys is, I love working with variegated yarn, but I also really love the sort of semi-solid and tonal yarns. So what I did is I grabbed some of my DK yarn, my swirl DK, and I had some like leftover bits of gray in my stash too, so I decided to do the drop stitches in the gray and then the body in this nice shade of blue. And I think it looks kind of neat to let the drop stitches be like a focal point and really take center stage on the piece. So I thought that was neat. And I'm also, and I have lots of plans on things, so you guys don't like shoot me if I don't get this done quickly. But I think it would look really cool if I put buttonholes on it so that you can button it in whichever way you want. If you want to have a bandana day, you can wear it like a bandana cowl, or if you want to just do the long loop. So as I'm continuing to knit this one, I'm going to figure out buttonholes to do on the other end and then sew buttons on the one end, and then I will at some point release an update of the pattern that has the buttonhole instructions in it, and then you can sew really pretty buttons on it, and because I love buttons.
Can't go wrong with buttons.
Yeah, and then you can wear it whichever way you feel like. So some future update will come with that as well. So yeah.
What yarn is that again?
This is my Unravel Design Swirl DK. This is the yarn that I dye.
made it.
I do. I dye yarn too. So I guess I am by craft. By craft girl, because I do lots
all
of
things yarn.
all things yarn. Yep. Well, I think that kind of wraps up what we did for our binge knit-alongs there. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah.
So maybe someday there'll be more Firefly episodes.
Yeah, we keep
We can only hope, right?
dangling that carrot.
I know. I keep hearing rumors, and then it's
And then
lies.
it's- yeah.
and- yeah. But, maybe someday, right? All right. Well, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Leanne. We're here at Jimmy Bean's Wall.
Thanks for watching.
Thunder rumbles on this American summer night.